What's up, everybody? I hope the audio is working this week. It looks like it is. We're good. We are past an election season, at least for our part. All the election process will still go on. The Constitution will have its way, and we can just raise a glass and relax. If you want to do that. Or if you want to freak out, that's fine too.
We're not going to freak out here.
We're not going to freak out here. This is a hangout. I was saying to Britt just before this, I was like, I don't know why I get so nervous before this one. I'm not nervous when we record the podcast. I guess because we're not live.
Yeah.
But like...
Live is different.
This one I'm like, oh my goodness.
So I pulled out questions this time.
Ooh.
And
I'll put these away.
And it is funny questions to ask a new friend. You're not a new friend, but these are still silly, fun questions. So, is cereal soup?
What? I'm sorry. My mind literally didn't compute that. I was just like, yeah, no, what?
Is cereal soup? I feel like I have to look up the definition of soup.
Yeah, I feel
to be able to answer that question.
I feel like that is a huge part of what constitutes soup.
Yeah, because you eat it with a spoon. It's in a bowl.
Yeah,
and
but
it's and you have stuff. It's floating in liquid, and you can have soups that are cold.
Right. I mean, my first reaction was right, and that's the thing. The soup being cold is a real thing. I've had cold soup. I didn't say it was good.
Right.
But I've had cold soup.
Mm-hmm. Does it become
so
soup
by that definition? I guess it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess cereal is just the modern day, overproduced porridge.
Yeah.
We used to eat porridge in the mornings.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It was a lot cheaper.
Yeah. But now we eat Lucky Charms. Most of Lucky Charms.
$5 box of cereal with milk over it.
Yeah. What'd you say?
I'm just always surprised at how expensive a box of cereal is. Just kind of funny that we do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so my answer to that is my initial response is no, it's not soup. But
that's just
your initial right.
Dig in, rebellious.
Yeah.
Go against the grain, Brittany answer. I don't want to believe that it's soup.
But when it's crunchy, I don't think you could call it soup. It is a bowl of cereal. But at the point it starts to get soggy in the milk,
then it evolves into soup or devolves.
Then maybe it could be called a soup.
Okay. All right. Wow, that was a good question.
Okay. So, what's invisible that you wish people could see? I don't know the answer to this, but
I guess from a Christian perspective, I wish we could see God.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
That would make things a lot easier.
Yeah.
If we could just see God.
Yeah. That would change a lot.
I don't know if I believe in God. He's right there.
That's true.
That would make things a lot easier.
Or the armies of angels.
Then we would just know.
There wouldn't be any faith.
And then, all of the psychedelic people, they would want to see the elves.
Yeah.
You have a DMT trip or something, you see elves. If that's a real thing, if elves are
in another dimension.
Right, if the elves are the Christian angels or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, they sure look like angels in Lord of the Rings.
That's true.
So if they're those kind of... See, that's the thing. No one's ever described the elves to me.
Oh, so maybe they're very beautiful and
well, yeah, all of the people
majestic.
That have done these psychedelic trips and stuff, they're like, oh, we saw the elves. And I'm like, were they Lord of the Rings elves?
I thought someone said they were short.
What?
I thought like someone in a podcast that was talking about that was like they're short.
They're elves with an F.
Oh, they're elves. I don't know.
Elves.
Are they?
Because in Lord of the Rings, they're elves.
Oh, I see. I
I didn't actually out right now.
I didn't know that difference. Now I do.
Yeah. It's not even just like the plural form. It's just they have a V instead
There's
of
a V
an F.
instead of... Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because Tolkien didn't want these like short, stocky elves.
Right.
He wanted these like tall, graceful,
Elegant.
elves.
Okay.
And it just sounds better with a V.
Yeah.
Elves.
Yeah. All right.
There you go. I don't know. What other things are invisible? Like,
I mean, I could think of a lot of silly
things. I
things.
would want to see.
Wouldn't it be funny if we could see gas?
No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't.
That would be
because
hilarious.
Then I would never get away with it. No, it wouldn't.
That would be so funny.
It would be funny.
I mean, it would be awful. I wouldn't want that.
I wonder if that would completely destroy
the teasing part of it.
Yeah,
because like everyone would be like, "Oh yeah, that happens."
If there was methane just floating all around us, we would see how many people were farting.
Yeah,
and then we'd just be like, It's common. It's like normal.
And you would like
just as much as breathing.
You would see people like you wouldn't make fun of it anymore, but you would actually like walk around it now.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't just walk through it and be like, "Oh, I smelled it." You would be like, "Oh, I see it. I'm not gonna walk over there."
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be funny.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Okay.
That would be funny. Wait, you didn't answer. Like, okay, what are some things that are invisible that you wouldn't want people to see?
Gas.
Okay. That one. I think like, see, I'm trying to think of. There are some things I think that are just microscopic, but they're not really invisible, right?
Well, like I think you think of the wind.
Right.
But that, I mean, not that I would want to see the wind because that would be like in your way, but it would be like
it'd be all over the place.
You'd be like, I can't drive. Yeah. I can't drive right now.
So much wind.
But it would be kind of cool, like because they're saying if you could see it. Well, like wind doesn't have a color.
Yeah.
So like, wouldn't that be cool if it was like sparkly rainbows all around?
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
That would be cool. There would be like.
But you would like have to stop driving.
What if you could see atoms? Like, all of the atom molecules.
Oh, wow.
That are like floating through the air.
That'd be really distracting.
And protons and all of that type of
stuff.
That
would be distracting.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I think that's something I wouldn't want to see. I'm glad that they're invisible to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe if you could like see the smell of like yummy stuff baking, that'd be cool. If it was like cool looking.
This is something that's not invisible, but I think would be really cool, is if you could still see stars during the day.
That would be pretty
cool. Maybe they would lose their luster.
Or maybe they would have like a different tint or something. The light would look different.
Yeah, like it would still be a blue sky, but like all the stars were still there.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But I don't know. I feel like, again, like with the gas
But maybe
thing,
that would like change like how we see the sky, and maybe we wouldn't like it as much.
That's what I mean. We like that's the good part about night. There's not like a lot of pluses to nighttime.
It helps you
darkness.
sleep.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Gets you ready to go to bed.
But yeah, having the stars though at night is what makes it special.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right, hit me.
All right.
Kind of scared.
What's the weirdest smell you have ever smelled?
Oh my goodness.
I love these questions.
These are good. I like these. What is the weirdest smell?
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
It's hard because my mind just goes to worst.
Right.
But I don't want to think of worst smell. I want to think of weirdest.
Yeah, we tend to kind of think of things as like good or bad.
Yeah. I mean, that burning plastic.
That is what I
from
was
the other
thinking
day,
of too.
That is a weird and awful smell.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, but it's so strange. So, okay. So, we had, tell the story. We had these really cool lights that we hung up all around our deck. Little bulbs that we hung up all around our. It looks really pretty. So I ran an extension cord like under my deck and so we can plug these in. But stupidly,
Both of us did this. Both of us didn't think.
we forgot to put those little covers, those little outlet covers in when we weren't using it. So rain got in and one of the outlets, it was like a 3-prong outlet thing or a 3-outlet extension cord. One of them got water inside it.
Ugh.
And it was so weird too because so the kids, after they've been told not to plug that in, went outside, plugged it in, but the lights didn't come on. So I was like, okay, something's off.
Right.
You know, I checked where like it was plugged into the main outlet. That was still plugged in. Went back to that outlet. Had this weird smell. This kind of burning, plasticky smell.
Right.
And so I unplugged the one, and then sparks just started shooting out of the outlet.
Thank God our kids didn't get electrocuted.
Yeah, exactly. So that was terrifying. The other outlets worked fine, but it was the one. It was just every time I tried to plug in there, it was like...
Right.
And you could just hear it as it was plugged in. It was like crackling inside there. It was scary. But... So then I unplugged, brought it over under our little overhang so it could just dry out. Maybe, you know, if it dried out, it would work again. We're not electricians, obviously.
I mean, that's what I thought. It was a very stupid thought now that I think of it. But I was like, oh, well, maybe it's just, you know, needs to dry.
Then with our stupendous communication, I went on Amazon and bought a new extension cord, like an outdoor extension cord that would do better in the weather and stuff. She didn't know that. So
I was like, well, let me try this out. We had a couple sunny days. I was like, this has got to be dry by now. Let me see if it works still. So I brought it inside, which I guess was not a good idea, but I was like, whatever. So I brought it inside, and I was careful because I thought maybe that like something bad could happen. So like I plugged it in, and as I plug it in, it's like vroom, and like sparks, and it looks like flames. It's not flames, but it's sparks and like electricity coming out of it. And I'm like, ah! So I dropped that and I quick unplug it. And then for the rest of the day, our house smelled like burning plastic.
Yeah, whatever's on the inside of those cords, I guess it's plastic, like rubber.
Rubber. Some, I don't know. Burning wire and rubber and plastic all mixed together.
I would say that's the weirdest smell.
Yeah.
That I've ever smelled.
It's very strong too.
Yeah. It just stays in the air.
Yeah.
Like I got it when I was unplugging the plugs outside the first time. Like I literally just wiped off a part that was like burnt because I didn't know what it was at first. What was wrong? And like my hands smelled like that for the rest of the day.
It's so strong.
Yeah. It was, ugh.
One other thing I'll add to that question, or as an answer to that question, is not that it's the weirdest smell, but it's the weirdest smell that you don't totally hate. So like the smell of like basement. Have you ever noticed that? Like the smell of a basement is like kind of alluring.
Every basement?
No, not every basement, but like that basement smell. Is like this weird, like you don't really like it, but at the same time you're like, it's not awful. It's like this weird smell that's you're not sure how you feel about it.
Okay.
Other people know what I'm talking about.
I mean, you don't really go in the basement that much.
No, not our basement. I don't go in that basement. I mean, I have recently.
You have recently. You braved
for my
the
daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Britt's painting a. I'm like, I don't know why I'm whispering. She's probably asleep already.
Yeah, her door's closed.
Painting a new bed frame that she restored, and we're gonna give to our daughter for Christmas.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be fun. But yeah, have you ever noticed how everyone's house has like a distinct smell to it.
Oh yeah, yeah, I've noticed that.
Like, what is that? Like, is it the house? Is it the people? Is it the...
I feel like it's a combo. It's a combo of like the house, the detergent they use,
Oh, yes. Okay.
and like all those things. Like most people have a consistent, just think about all the things you consistently use. Like clothing detergent, shampoo, soap,
Yeah.
perfumes,
Yeah.
whatever
That's true.
cleaning products, like all those different products, and then your house, just your house itself, like our house,
Right.
if we haven't lived in it for a while, just
Yeah,
because
if
of
we
all
if
the
we go away on
wood.
vacation, like, just our house is 120 years old.
Yeah.
Something like that. 121 almost now. Yeah, if we go away from it and it just sits alone,
Stinky.
it's like a person. It just stinks after a while. You gotta open up the windows, get the
Yeah.
ceiling fans going and stuff like that. We did better this last vacation, though.
Yeah, because
We had some, like, we left the air purifiers on. We have a couple of those in the house. And then I think did we leave some ceiling fans on? We might have left some
Yes,
ceiling
I think
fans
we
on.
did. We did.
And
I
that
wasn't.
really helped. Just
Yeah.
keeping some airflow. It's amazing the airflow that happens just from, like, people being in the
Yeah.
house.
Oh yeah.
And,
Yeah.
like, just us moving through it, talking, screaming,
Crying.
fighting, crying. Our kids really help with air purification. Really keep
Air
it moving.
movement.
Yeah, the air movement. Really keep it moving.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I have another question here.
Okay.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh, I hate this one.
I've never heard this one.
I've seen so many people ask this question of, like, on, like, other like live shows and things like that.
Yeah. Such a stupid question.
Yeah, but it's so controversial though. There's so many people that, like, really take this question to heart.
Oh, so here-
and, like, now I feel pressured. I would say that a hot dog, first inclination is that it's meat on bread. That's usually a sandwich. I mean, it's on a different type of shape of bread.
Right.
So is it a sub? Is it a hoagie?
But they're all
Is it
considered
a
sandwiches.
what do they say in New York? Is it a I can't remember what they call it. I only know sub and hoagie. Oh, a hero. A
Oh.
hero.
That's
Maybe it's a
interesting.
hero. Maybe it's not a sandwich.
Well, is a hamburger a sandwich?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, a hamburger is a sandwich.
We'll call it a sandwich. I like really don't care whether it is or not, but we'll go with it as a sandwich. There's a lot of, I don't know. These aren't as good.
Just go. Rapid fire. Here we go.
What's the most ridiculous fact that you know?
Oh, man.
You've read all these like world record things. You should know some ridiculous facts.
I know. But I don't know 'em. I'm not as versed in all of that stuff. I was into it for a while.
Yeah.
Every Christmas I would get, like, that thick Guinness World Record book, or, like, the Ripley's Believe It or Not book, or all of that stuff. But I'm not as well versed in all of that.
Trying to think if I don't think I know anything that's very interesting, but
I know. I'm trying to think of I don't know if I want to do, like, an animal fact. Like, literally the first thing that came to my mind was, but I forget the record. The first record from the Guinness World Record that came to my mind was the guy with the longest fingernails.
oh ew.
It was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. Like, all of his fingers were, like, out to here, and then they
Curled.
They
Yeah.
like spiraled.
I think I remember seeing a picture of that when I was little. Yeah, there's like this one lady who had like these long, like, just, yeah, they curl. Yeah, kind of gross.
Shouldn't happen.
I'm not sure why you would let them grow that long.
Because you got in Guinness World Record book.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you?
I mean, you got to
like,
live for something.
How do you eat your food?
I guess with a straw. I don't know. I
That'd
don't
be
know how
awful.
you would eat.
All right. Well, that's a good one. We'll go with yours because I can't think of anything interesting except for can't even remember it right.
Oh,
That's how.
I got one.
Nice.
And this one's maybe well known by some people, but I remember, I think this was Dan Carlin. He has a show called Hardcore History
Okay.
that I've listened to a couple shows. He takes different parts of history and he just kind of expounds upon it, gets as much detail as he can in there. Really great narration voice, so it keeps you interested. But he also, like, and I'm kind of doing a plug right now for it, but like he also brings some, I don't always agree with him, but some philosophical ideas to the history.
Okay.
So he like lets you know that like all of the writings that we have, like I listened to one on the Celts, like whatever happened to the Celts, because the Roman Empire came in and kind of just wiped them out. Like Julius Caesar came in. Now all we know of the Celts is from Julius Caesar.
Oh.
So, you know that phrase, the victors write the history books.
Yeah, yeah.
Or history is written by the victors.
Yeah.
Is the actual quote. It's true. You know, so you kind of have to sift through it and pick from other writings of other people and just kind of put it together to try and get the best understanding of these people that you can. Because Julius Caesar, like, he really did a great job sort of describing the battles, but like the people, he kind of not made them like cartoons.
You probably didn't care too much to accurately portray them.
But he made them into something that was a little more, maybe a little crazier than like what they even were.
Oh.
Like, even in his descriptions and stuff like that. But anyways, so in this, there's another one. I think you have to pay for this one. Some of them are free. Some of them you have to pay for. The ones you have to pay for are going to be better. And he knows they're better. That's why he charges for them. They're not that expensive, though. But it's about
Found a crown.
you found a crown.
Yeah. Look.
There you go. Treasures of the couch.
Yeah, you can find a lot of fun things in our couch.
Yeah.
Okay.
And food.
And well, hopefully not food.
Hopefully not food. But Genghis Khan or Genghis Khan, I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce it, but he is responsible. So I guess he swept across all of Asia, a lot of the known world in the Middle East. You know, he just took over huge swaths of land all over the place. And some scientists have actually estimated that his DNA is in 10% of the entire world's population. Because he just like pillaged and raped. And,
my goodness.
He had so many concubines and all this type of stuff.
And he was one of those.
His DNA is in 10% of the entire world's population.
That is disgusting.
That's crazy. Fun fact.
That is the most ridiculous fact.
That's a crazy fact. Is it true? I don't know. I mean, they have studied, and like he was renowned for his.
I mean, that gets
his
me
ruthlessness,
angry a
and,
little bit, but I can believe it. That's awful.
the times back then.
That's awful.
He was a crazy dude.
But I mean, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Because then you've got lots of kids then going around and having kids.
He had a lot of kids.
So that I can see how that would like multiply that DNA. Oh my goodness. All right.
And on that note,
how do you feel about putting pineapple on pizza?
I hate it. Fruit shouldn't go on pizza.
I think it's yummy.
That's such a silly thing. You think it's yummy, but
Yeah.
You like pineapple.
I like pineapple.
I'm not a good person to ask that question to because I don't like pineapple plain.
Yeah.
So
I love pineapple.
But like,
I would
what
prefer
other
it
fruit,
not on
like,
my
would you
pizza.
put apples on pizza? No.
No.
No way. No way.
Oh, but they do make. So pineapple is the only fruit that they put on like regular pizza, but they have like all those other different yummy pizzas with like the cream.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, they have pizzas with like the cream cheese sauce.
Is that a pizza? Or is that a pie?
They call it a pizza.
Is that a pizza?
They call it a pizza. You go into a pizza place.
So here I will make my stand. That is a pie.
It's not a pie.
I mean, you say it's not.
It's a sweet pizza.
Oh, okay. All right.
So anyway, you can put other fruits on sweet pizzas, just so you know. What part of a kid's movie completely scarred you?
I like this question.
I'm trying to think.
Completely scarred me.
Yeah. I've got movies that scarred me, but I shouldn't have been watching them.
Yeah, I was about to say, those aren't kids' movies. Those are movies you watch as a kid. I think this question is talking about, like, what Disney movie scarred you.
Okay.
I would say... It's so hard because... So two of my favorite movies growing up both had kind of scary scenes in them.
Okay, what were they?
One of the movies was the original Gene Wilder Willy Wonka.
Oh yeah, that was good.
And that scene when he's going through on the steamboat.
Yeah.
And
it's a little freaky.
You know, he just like keeps chanting and you see all the creepy spiders and things on the tunnel behind him. That scene was creepy.
Yeah,
that was a scary scene. I don't know if it scarred me because I really love that movie.
Yeah, but it stayed in your head.
It stayed in my head. And then the other one was the animated Hobbit movie.
Yeah, like which part of that?
The old animated series. The goblins in the Misty Mountains. The whole goblin scene.
Maybe I might not have caught that part.
Yeah. That one was creepy because like they come in, they get like taken by all these goblins in the caves, and then the goblins are just like singing like, "Ho ho ho, what should we do with these funny little things?"
That would be creepy as a kid.
And they have these mouths that are like this big.
Yeah.
Oof. That was a
scary part.
That was a brutal one for a kid. One movie that you should have been scarred by was Thumbelina.
No, I loved that movie.
I watched it now. You tried to show it to our daughter. Our
daughter liked it.
Yeah, and it was a creepy movie.
A lot of other people like that movie.
I don't think...
And they would not say it's creepy.
Would love to
People who like that movie would not say it's creepy.
Put this in the comments if you watch this. If you watch this later on, put this in the comments. How many people have actually watched Thumbelina? If you've watched Thumbelina...
If you've watched it...
Give me a hand emoji.
No. If you've watched it, and you have to say what you think about it.
Well,
if you liked it or you didn't. Because now you're going to take credit for people watching it, and you're going to say they didn't like it, and they did.
A lot of people watched it.
I bet most people watched it 8 times.
I never watched that movie 8 times. If you watched it 8 times, you should leave a comment with a description. If you just even heard of it, so just put your hand up.
Let's just say you can't judge it if you watched it as an adult. Because it's different when you watch it as an adult.
Just like pulling out my judgment?
Yes, I am. Because when you're a kid, you don't know as much as you know now. So this is not wise advice. I'm not giving wise advice right now. But that movie as a kid was really good, and I really liked it. But I will say, as an adult watching it, I was kind of like, there are parts of this that probably is teaching a wrong like theology or a wrong way of...
It's not theology, but there's...
What would you say? A wrong way of thinking, like if someone comes to your window once and you're charmed by them, you don't leave the house with them. That's not a good idea. But in the movie, you know,
not theology. It's not like spiritual.
No, it's not theology.
I know what you mean, though. It's a
I don't know what the right word
common
is.
sense.
But as a kid, they like accelerate all kids' movies. Like, just things happen super extra fast than in real life.
That's every movie. Like the boy like throwing rocks at the girl's window. Like, what the freak is he doing? Why are you throwing rocks at her window? Are you trying to break her window?
Are you trying to get killed by her dad?
I mean, like, seriously. I see a boy outside my house throwing rocks at my daughter's window.
It's a bad
Dude's dead. Like, what? What are you doing?
Yeah. Anyway, leave a comment because that movie's good and you all know it.
I love how like we don't care about any of the other questions, but Thumbelina, we need your input.
I will say though, I give it that watching it as an adult, I was a little more leery. Like, there are some not so good ideas in this movie.
There's weird characters in that movie too.
But as a kid, it was really good. It was really good. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know any other movies that scarred me. I'll have to think about that.
I feel like I watched too many like big kid movies that were scary and they scarred me. So the other ones were like,
I didn't have any.
Nothing.
No, I didn't have a lot of that.
Okay, so the one that scarred me that I shouldn't have watched, it's not a kid's movie, but I'll share it anyway. So I watched Alien when I was like probably too little to watch it. And there's one part in Alien where like a person, I don't know if they were becoming an alien or if they were like, I don't know, but they were on the ceiling somehow.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, and you know, you don't see them on the ceiling. You know, the person's walking through this dark hallway, like already scared because of everything that happened. And then their head like drops down and they're like, ugh, help me. And like, I was terrified from then on. I like couldn't look up at the ceiling as a kid. I like would go to the bathroom at night, like praying, like, don't look up because there might be a dead person up on my ceiling or their head will come down and cry for help. I was terrified. I was so terrified. But the rest of that movie didn't scare me.
Yeah.
But that part did. I don't know why. That's not
because
a kid.
it's a terrifying movie. Like, you watched all the Jurassic Parks. I didn't see Jurassic Park until the Jurassic Park 3 came out.
Oh, yeah. I watched them all.
Yeah.
Like, multiple times before the third one came out.
And I know... Yeah, and that's crazy. That is crazy because I was 10. I actually remember this because it was a big, like, momentous thing that I was going to go to the theater and see Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park. Because I knew it was scary, and I was 10. And
I was not scared of those movies.
When did the first one come out? The first Jurassic Park came out in like the early 90s.
Yeah, well, I was little, but
and then Jurassic Park 3 had to have come out, and I was 10, so it had to be like 2000.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That was like a part of my life. Those movies, we like bought them. We watched them multiple times, not multiple, like lots of times. We loved those movies. We love those movies.
They're good movies, no doubt.
So, yeah, that was a good question. Okay, so if animals could talk, which would be the rudest?
Cats, without a doubt.
Oh yeah, that's a really
without
good
a doubt.
point.
Cats are evil. They just look at you and they're like,
they're not evil.
If I was a little bigger, I'd kill you. Maybe I'd eat you.
No, they're just rude. I don't think they're evil. Well, maybe they are evil because if they were big, maybe they would do those things.
They're the only creature that you show love to. Well, I shouldn't say the only creature. They're the only domesticated creature that you show love to. And then when they're done with that love,
they'll like bite you.
They'll bite your hand.
I'm
so
done.
You just spent all this time caressing their back, and they're like, "Oh, this feels great," and then they're like, "I'm done," and then they bite your hand.
So true.
What other animal does that? What other animal's like, "Stop"? You know.
And yeah, they can get away with it.
There's no other animal that does that. A dog will just lick your hand.
Yeah.
I mean, what? I don't know.
Maybe.
And they're just weird. too on top of it. Then they have like weird fetishes.
Yeah, like my one cat wouldn't drink out of her bowl. She only wanted to drink fresh running water. Like it couldn't even be just fresh, even though she would tolerate that. Yeah. She wanted to be like at the sink licking it from like.
This is Mimi?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mimi also loved my feet. Like she was cat. Obsessed with my feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I was kind to Mimi. But when she kept coming and rubbing her face on my feet, I'm just sitting watching TV or sitting and reading something. She's just over there. And she's like purring.
She knew you were the one that least liked her in the house, so she wanted your affection. Maybe. So that she could turn it away.
But I would just like fling her across the room. Yeah. And then she would just run back.
She was so weird like that. She like would not. She was just crazy.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah.
She was something. She
was
something. She was good at killing things, though.
She was. We
Cats do have a purpose, and that's for killing smaller things than themselves.
A lot of farms like have cats because they help get the mice.
She killed mice that she found in here.
And bats.
She did kill. I didn't like when she killed bats, though. Because she would torture bats.
Yeah.
Another sign that cats are evil. They don't just kill creatures smaller than themselves. They bring them down to you as like a prize, still alive and squealing.
Yeah.
And then they just break the bat's wings so it can't move.
And then they move away from it and watch it.
And then they watch it.
And when it tries to move it...
Yeah, then just like, pop! Smacks them on the head. Pop!
They're making their own entertainment.
If a human entertainment, we would call them a sociopath.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah.
All right, I'll agree
Cats
with
are the
you.
worst.
I think cats are probably would be the rudest. Or like, what's the, like llamas, right? Llamas could be pretty rude. They spit at you, right?
I don't mind that though. I don't mind that.
I mean, I wouldn't want to be
because they're
spit
not
at.
my pet.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like we're infringing on their territory. We're like, oh my god, a llama, and they're like, get out.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm fine with that. Spit away.
Okay, so toilet paper, over or under?
Over.
Yeah, I agree. Even though
I hate under. I hate it. There's just, you want to be able to reach and like that. Right. You want to just be able to spin and boom, spin. But like, it doesn't even work. Like,
yeah, it's just annoying.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Maybe it just feels kind of.
It's just annoying. Because sometimes ours gets put on wrong because, like, the kids put it back on. And, like, it doesn't make me angry. I'm just kind of like, I fix it because it's annoying to grab.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not one of those crazy people who would, like, die if my partner liked it the other way.
No.
Some of these questions are not great. What's the best type of cheese?
Pepper jack.
Yeah, that's a hard question because cheese.
Like cheddar was the first thing that I thought of just because I use that the most.
Yeah.
But if I could get pepper jack, and it was gluten free.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
I think most are like good pepper jack is.
Right.
But yeah, I love that spice.
Huh? I didn't know that about you. That's cool. It all depends because, like, if I'm eating, it depends what I'm eating it with.
Well, yeah.
Because, like, mozzarella cheese is the best on eggs and in eggs. I don't know if anyone knew that, but it is the best. You might think that cheddar would be the best, but it's not.
Yeah.
Mozzarella is.
You've regretted to inform me of this.
Yes.
All this time that I've been making eggs, I put cheddar in the eggs because I'm like, surely that's the best.
No, it's not.
And Brett's just sitting there like, I'm better. But I'm not telling you.
I don't think of it that way. I'm just like, that's so nice.
Thank God we have these live sessions.
That's so nice
so
of you that you would
can
make.
find out how to make eggs better. Because my wife won't tell me.
I'm just thankful that you're making eggs. I think that's so kind of you to make eggs.
Oh my gosh. Now this is like so condescending. Oh, the little pinion made eggs. How thoughtful.
I love it.
I'll eat them in disgust because they're not my eggs with mozzarella cheese.
Yeah, so mozzarella cheese is the best with eggs, and then cheddar's the best with like almost everything else.
Yeah, cheddar's so good on so many things.
Yeah.
It's able to be like, I just had it on a ham sandwich today. Melted a little cheddar on there.
Yeah, it's so good.
But
But provolone is really good too. So I'm a cheese person, so this is a very hard question because I like to mix my cheeses.
What do you do on a cheesesteak? What do you get on a cheesesteak?
Provolone.
Provolone. So you'd be a Geno's person.
I guess so.
That's Pat's and Geno's. I wonder how they're doing through the whole pandemic and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Actually, they might be doing okay because they were always outside.
That's true.
They
That would
might
be good.
Doing all right. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't really have any need to go into Philly,
Yeah.
so I don't really
Not that you'd be able to eat that anyway.
can't go for sports anymore.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I like provolone.
And
I don't know though.
I don't know how you could not
I was
like
always
provolone.
more of a Pat's person, so I would always get Cheese Whiz.
That's not cheese.
I know, but it's delicious.
No, it's not.
It's delicious on a cheesesteak.
Leave it in the
You
comments.
get yeah.
Is
But-
Cheese
but-
Cheese Whiz
But if I
good
was
or
making
not?
my own cheesesteak, I'm fine with provolone.
Okay.
I'm fine with provolone. But if I went to Philly, I would probably go to Pat's and probably get it with whiz.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Wit whiz.
yeah.
Just I don't even know if you say wit whiz. I think you just say wit.
And then you have the whole fondue cheeses, which are amazing. Like I wouldn't want to live life without experiencing that.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I can't give an answer for that because there's so many that are good for different reasons. Oh, this is an interesting one. So in one sentence, how would you sum up the internet?
Broken.
Hey, that's yeah, in one word.
Oh, it's one sentence.
Yeah, one sentence.
Boom! Did it in one word.
That was pretty good. A tool to be used with wisdom. Not that sums it up very well. But yeah. That's my quick answer there.
I think it's fair.
How many chickens would it take to kill an elephant?
Well, if that chicken was infected
Oh my goodness.
with a certain type of ant that
With an
is
ant.
known to kill elephants.
Give
So
me
there's
ant.
a certain type of ant that is able to crawl in the ears of elephants.
Okay, so this is probably the most ridiculous fact.
Okay,
right here.
maybe. But it crawls in the ear of an elephant and attacks the brain and actually makes the elephant go mad.
Oh my goodness, that's
And
creepy.
then eventually
Ew, that's so gross.
yeah, so it takes over the elephant's brain. And then I think it's an ant. Maybe I'm completely destroying this.
Well, now we'll have to look
But
it up.
I'm pretty sure it's an ant that crawls in the ears of elephants, takes over their brain, and then I guess then the elephant dies.
Oh, that's so creepy.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was going a different route. I was saying like,
But how many if it's just chickens? Like if it's like a cockfight?
well, I was thinking because chickens aren't very smart. So like, if there was like 1,000 chickens around one elephant in a not safe, like near a cliff, you might be able to get the elephant to like freak out a little bit with all these little creatures, and it like
Yeah.
runs off the cliff.
Yeah, it would definitely do that.
Because the chickens are going to be going crazy because they're getting stepped on.
Yeah.
And they don't know what to do. The elephant's like freaking out and going crazy. So everyone's going crazy and everyone's getting more scared because of the other people's sounds, the other animals' sounds. And then the elephant goes off the cliff.
Yeah. Yeah, that could happen. Now you're putting a cliff in there.
Well,
So it's not just like a, complete just face off.
okay. Are the chickens trying to kill the elephant? Do they know they're supposed to kill the elephant? There's not enough.
Well, isn't that the question?
How many chickens would it take to kill an elephant?
Yeah, that's the question.
So they're trying to kill the elephant.
Yeah, I would think so.
Okay.
I don't know why.
I don't know why either.
I don't know why.
I guess if you get enough of them to peck at the elephant's face.
Yeah, but how do you get the chicken up there?
Well, they're just like,
They don't fly.
I don't know. Can't chickens fly like just a couple feet up?
I have no idea. Ooh. Back to smells.
Oh no.
That
The
is
chicken coop?
maybe. See, the question was weirdest.
Weirdest. That was just a bad smell.
Yeah, chicken coops are the worst smelling things I've ever
Yeah.
experienced. Like, I am all for free range chickens because chicken coops are
They're nasty.
disgusting.
Yeah.
They are so gross. Like, I didn't even go in that one time that we
Oh, you didn't?
No, the one time that we visited the farm that it had a lot of different stuff going on, but the chicken coop part was I got to the door and I'm like, nah.
I'm pretty sure I went in.
Did you?
Yeah, because there was a group of us who went in, right?
Maybe. I don't know. I didn't.
I feel like I went in
I
there.
walked the other way.
Because I remember the smell was awful at first.
It's so bad.
Not, I shouldn't say at first. Like, it was awful, and then, like, I kind of just pretended like it wasn't there. And then we went in.
Yeah.
But I can't remember what we did in there, so I'm not sure.
Nope, not in.
Yeah. We weren't in there long, though. So, yeah. I don't know. That's a good question. They have to be pecking at the elephant's face for the elephant to be killed. Or go blind and end up dying. Oh. Okay. What is the most embarrassing thing you have ever worn?
I don't know if I've skinny jeans.
You never wore skinny jeans.
Yeah, I had skinny jeans.
Did I know you?
No, I think you knew me in the slim days.
Okay.
Slim is good. Skinny it was okay. It was a phase.
Yeah.
It was a
I feel
phase.
like the skinny jeans, yeah, it can
I
work.
did the skinny jeans in
for
high school.
Okay.
So yeah, because it was in the hardcore kind of metal days.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have my band shirt on, skinny jeans, got my Chucks on.
That's funny.
I was ready to go.
There weren't many people who wore skinny jeans at my high school.
Your high school doesn't have a football team.
Okay.
No.
I went to Ole. Yeah. Ole Valley. So what's the most embarrassing thing I have ever worn? I cannot actually bring anything that comes to my mind right away, but I remember the feeling of being like feeling totally awful, like when my mom would put me in like these super fluffy girly dresses with bows, and like they were so like obnoxious, and I would be so upset. But usually she did it because like someone got it for me, and it was kind of them because most little girls like that sort of thing. And I did like pretty dresses, but not like
Ugly dresses.
not ugly, like super crazy dresses. And maybe they weren't ugly, but in my mind they were. And so I would hate that. So
all I can think of is just like Napoleon Dynamite. I like your puffs. Just.
Oh yeah, I used to. Oh, that was awful, awful. But I'm sure no one else thought I looked bad. I'm sure it was just me. But But you do look back at pictures of yourself sometimes that you did want, the things you did want to wear, and you're like, what was I thinking?
Right. And I'm thinking of things that I wore out. Like, I'm not thinking of things that there are, like, blackmail worthy pictures of me.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, as a kid or something like
Yeah.
that.
I think when I was 4, I wore, for like a birthday or something, I got like this pretty, like, white, frilly, like, skirt and like a bow or something. And so I was like 4, and Ben, you know, was, I don't know, a little bit older than me. Maybe I was even younger. I could have been 3.
Wait, did he put it on?
No.
Oh!
No. He put on like something.
That would have been great.
That would have been pretty great. He put on like a Prince costume.
Okay.
And I put on my skirt and my bow. But that's all I had, so that's all I had on. That was like, and my parents like took a picture of me. I was little, but like, I just think that's funny that I was like, this is a great idea.
Now, did you go out with it though?
No, I mean, I was at home. It was in our backyard. There was like a birthday party, but so like it was just family there, and I was only a little kid, so it's fine.
No, that's fine.
It's fine, but I just look back
I was
at.
about to say, our kids play outside in their underwear.
Well, that's true, and so I just look back at pictures and I'm like, that's funny.
Yeah,
that's funny. So yeah, that would be my answer.
Ooh, Aeropostale.
Oh.
I'm kind of embarrassed for wearing Aeropostale.
Yeah, because you're a guy.
Ooh.
I feel like it's not embarrassing for girls,
From
though.
Aeropostale, I used to have, because, and putting it all out there right now, NSYNC used to wear these, like, turtlenecks, like those turtleneck sweaters.
Oh, my
goodness. Do you remember those with, like, the thick, like, whatever, those collars? What are those? I had one of those.
That's really funny.
Yeah. Now, NSYNC made it in style, but I was always looking up to, like, just older people that I was friends with and things like that, or my family was friends with.
Did you have friends that wore that?
I had a lot of friends that were, like, into Aeropostale was, like, the thing at that time. And so I had, like, one of those sweater turtlenecks.
That's so funny.
Just one. I wore that a lot.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
I never wore, like, I never really went, and this is not a down on my parents at all because I didn't really care or know, but, like, I never went to, like, those stores to buy clothes. Like, I got hand-me-downs and, like, got, like, new clothes for, like, Christmas and birthdays.
Yeah.
And then, like, if I needed clothing, we would, like, go to Goodwill.
But I had hand-me-downs.
But I was like,
hand-me-downs.
but like I didn't feel like I was missing out. But I don't remember ever like going to the store to like a store in the mall to like pick out something.
See, what was great about me growing up was I didn't have a lot of cousins.
Oh yeah.
I didn't have any brothers or sisters.
Yeah.
So all that Christmas, all that birthday cash.
Yeah, it's going to you.
And usually though, especially when I started going to school, I would always get taken out by my grandparents.
Okay.
And they would take me shopping for school clothes.
Yeah.
So that's really where I would get new stuff.
I did have, I should say, my grandparents, they would take me out and they would buy stuff for me.
Now,
I wasn't good at saying what I liked.
Say, were you also the same back then as you are now?
Yeah.
In terms of like, have to be forced to buy something?
Yeah. I struggled because I felt like
you were spending their money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Even though we're there to spend their money?
Yeah, I felt weird doing that.
Yeah. I didn't have those problems.
But yeah, so I don't know why I'm so like that, but so I am.
I think it's your personality.
It's just my personality.
One, you're a saver.
Yes.
So, like, you like to save for yourself, and you really like it when other people save, too.
Yes.
You're like, yeah, you want to spread the gospel of savings. You're super into that.
Well, I feel like...
Especially if finances comes up with, like, our friends or anything like that, you're like, we should save money. I can give you some budget ideas.
Well, I feel like it's really important to save because you never know what's going to happen. You might need that money. And also,
I love how you're like right now
telling
people.
let me give
Preach
you
it. Preach it.
Financial advice. If you don't need something, why would you want to buy it? Because then you're wasting your money.
I know, but people are sitting here and we're like a week away from Black Friday and we're all going to spend money that we maybe don't need. That's
So
not
this is
true.
my rule of thumb. When something rips or is broken and you need a new one, that's when you buy a new one.
Yeah.
Or if you know that you'll go through something fast.
She says that's her rule of thumb, but then she gets down to like 2 pairs of socks. What happened to all those other socks that
no. So listen. Yes, we went through all those socks, but I wasn't in
Why
lack.
did those socks get
I
replaced?
wasn't in lack until about down to 2 pairs, and then I was like, now I'm actually coming to.
What the heck is in lack?
I'm coming upon the point
Sounds
where
like I'm like in ketosis. I'm in lack right now.
I'm coming upon the point where I didn't get the wash done yet, and now I need a pair of socks, and I don't have a pair of socks.
Okay.
So that's when I know that I probably need to go buy some more. And then I did. I bought some more, and now I have.
So proud of you.
I have enough socks.
So proud of you. Oh yeah.
Yes, if you need.
I love it.
If you need to help not spending, you can talk to me. What mythical creature would improve the world most if it existed?
Elves. No, I don't know. A mythical creature that would improve the world?
Yeah. Mermaids. They could save people who are drowning. Mermaids.
Mermaids. I think of mermaids and all I think of is like sirens.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I just think of
But mermaids are different, so they would improve the world. What
they
about
are different, right?
maybe unicorns?
I don't know. I haven't read the Odyssey in so long. It wasn't mermaids, right? Like sirens were different than mermaids.
Oh yeah, because sirens they'll kill you.
Yeah. I've seen some freaky mermaid tales though.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not into the mythology as
Yeah.
well as
I don't know.
to answer this question.
Mermaids. All right. Mythological creatures. It's so hard because all of the mythological creatures, like for like the Romans and the Greeks, are like terrible people.
Yeah, so that's why I picked mermaids.
Yeah, I guess mermaids.
Because they could help you in the
most
water, but then they're not really in your way any other way.
I gotcha. And I would like that. Because drowning is the one way that I don't want to die.
Yeah, that'd be pretty awful.
That would be terrible. Yeah, probably just stick with elves.
Okay.
We'll just go with
That'd
that.
be cool. You get lost in the woods and then you find like elves.
Exactly.
That'd be pretty cool. And they're like singing to you.
Well, they're just so like calm and patient and like yeah, they just enjoy music and poetry and like nature and I mean they're like hippies with class.
Yeah, that's true.
You know
That's
what I
true.
mean? They're like hippies that can also build a civilization.
Yes.
And fight and be useful to society.
Yeah. That's a good point. Okay, elves is a good answer.
Yeah. Darn right.
All right. Now which one would be better?
What? Obviously mine.
Okay, I think I'd have to agree with that. And we'll never know because
Me
it won't
too.
happen. Okay. What inanimate object do you wish you could eliminate from existence? Does poison ivy count?
No, that's an animate object.
Oh,
right?
that's true. That's true. Okay.
That's a life.
Yeah, yeah.
It has a life to it itself. Gosh, that's a really hard question.
Yeah.
Maybe the internet. That might be good.
That's
We
true.
could still have all of the other
it would make life a lot slower, but it might be a good thing.
I think that would be a very good thing.
Yeah.
And I love the internet. We're using the internet. We're
Yeah.
live
Yeah.
right now. But I would give it up in a heartbeat.
Yeah. I feel like it can do more damage than good.
Yeah. Like, I could be spending this time right now in bed.
It's true.
And that probably is a better use of my time. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you wouldn't be in bed.
I wouldn't be in bed right now. So this is a better use of my time.
I agree.
I'm just sitting here watching TV or something. Something stupid.
I'm going to go with that answer. I think that's a good answer.
Yeah.
So it's 9:30. Should I go do a few more?
Let's do one more.
Let's do one more. Oh, this is funny. Okay. What is the weirdest thing you have seen at someone else's house?
Can't make it too obvious, because then I'm like calling out.
Well, yeah.
Don't
Don't give away people's identities.
The weirdest thing. Oh, I know. So one of my friends has like a spare bathroom. Like, he has a couple bathrooms in his house, but only 2 people live there.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the bathrooms is kind of designated to... They take care of a lot of animals that are in need.
Oh, okay.
So, like... And his girlfriend, you know, is able to care for these animals. She has a background in that. So, in their... shower, they have an IV bag.
Oh my goodness!
Like a IV stand with, like, you know, like an IV bag, because they do actually like inject like saline into some of the animals, and like they have to give insulin shots to some of the animals.
That's really funny.
So
that would be weird to see for an animal.
Yeah. So going into their house and looking in that bathroom. Also in that same bathroom, there's a Pikachu doll. Why? I don't know.
I don't know.
But
entertaining to look at when you're in the bathroom.
An IV bag in the shower. Or I should say it's in a bathtub, which doesn't make it any better.
That's even worse.
Yeah, doesn't make it any better. And a Pikachu stuffed animal.
Oh my goodness. That's a good one.
Yeah. A lot of jokes have been made about that too. A lot of jokes have been made about that.
That's funny.
What's the weirdest thing that you've ever seen?
So I mean, the best I can give is this. There's this one house that I would go to sometimes, and it had like a lot of like just like statues. Like I think it was like an Asian kind of theme.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. There was lots of statues, so it was kind of.
And you had no idea what the statues were.
No, I don't know what they mean.
For or about.
No. Okay. And the house wasn't. It's not like it was messy. It was very beautiful, beautiful house. But there was like, yeah, just decorations of statues. But I have to also say, I feel like I can't give like a good answer because I'm not. I don't know. I don't take note of those things. Because especially if it's like really weird, then I'm like, that's weird. Like I try to just let it go, so like it doesn't bother me or
let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't like dwell on that.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm sure I've seen funnier and weirder things, and I just don't remember. So.
I have seen houses like that. There was one house that I would go by sometimes. I wouldn't go down this road very often, but sometimes when I was picking my friend up in high school, I would drive by this one house, and the entire yard was like filled with those gray, whatever, like those monotone statues all over the yard. But this yard had zero theme. Like this yard was not like some Asian oasis thing, or it wasn't a I don't even know.
Yeah.
I'm not into statues. So
Yeah, I don't know.
I know that you can have different themes and, replicas of different art,
Yeah.
statues from different centuries and things like that. But, like, this was just, like, random. But it was all over the yard.
That's weird.
Yeah, it was strange.
That I don't understand when it's in the yard.
Strange. You know, one thing that I actually do want, and I don't know why
We're not going to go put statues in our yard.
All right, never mind. Well, that ended. But I always used to love, that dude that holds, like, the lantern? Like, the jockey that holds the lantern?
Yeah.
I was like...
Maybe when we're in New Zealand, baby, we can get a...
Why would it be in New Zealand? They don't have those there. It's an American
Well,
thing.
then we shouldn't have it here.
That's true. That's true. If it doesn't exist in New Zealand, it doesn't exist. Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. All right. I think it's time for bed. All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching. And we are going to go to sleep. Before we go, make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. If you do notifications, I don't have notifications on. I try to eliminate as many dings and pop-ups on my phone as possible. But if you want to know when a new video's up or when we go live, hit that notification bell. Make sure to like the video too. Hit it like 5 times. Wait, that would mean that probably would be
it would be unliked then.
Don't do that. Make sure that it's actually liked.
Just once is good.
Just once is good. All right, guys. We will catch you on another podcast or another living room live. All right. See ya.